The year is 2020. The entire world has gone into lockdown, and for the first time in a long time, you have nothing but free time. So what do? You open up YouTube to find something to watch when this catches your eye. Warzone, what's that? You click on the video. A free-to-play Call of Duty Battle Royale? You gotta give it a try. So you count down the days until finally, March 10th, 2020. You and the boys hop on and watch as the countdown hits 0. Little did you know that this moment would one day become one of your favorite memories of all time. The menus open up, but there's just one problem. The playlist is only trios, and there's 4 of you. So you figure out a nice way to tell that one friend who's always on the bottom of the leaderboard, he's gotta go. Now, all that's left is to build your very first Warzone loadout. So many options, but you finally decide to pick your 2 favorites, the M4 and the MP5. Now, part of what made this very first meta so iconic, other than the fact that we have obviously 2 of the most popular guns in Call of Duty history, maybe even all of FPS history, is the fact that this is when the game was very new and no one really knew exactly what they were doing. I mean, for the most part, people were still trying to figure out what loadout to use. Not many people even knew about slide canceling. No one really knew much about the map. They didn't know how to rotate properly. There was really not that many sweats. I mean, yeah, there were some people who knew how to shoot really straight. In terms of actual sweats who knew every little part of the map, at this point in time, that wasn't really a thing. And back when Warzone first came out, that was the very first time that Call of Duty's ever gone free to play and cross-platform, which is actually a really big deal. I mean, that's the very first time a company like Activision had ever done that, on this game at least. Okay, there's only 2 of them there. I think one of those guys dropped his controller or something. Yeah, this is the very first time that Activision had ever, in Call of Duty at least, gone cross-platform and free-to-play, even though this is actually their second Battle Royale. The first Battle Royale was Blackout, which I was a huge fan of. I love that game. One of my favorite games of all time. And honestly, I do really miss back when everything wasn't just a zero recoil meta. We were actually using iron sights and stuff like that to build our loadouts, like these OG M4 and MP5 loadouts. Like, this loadout actually feels like classic Call of Duty to me. I know a lot of people who came to Call of Duty from Warzone, so never actually experienced classic multiplayer. I think that guy's a sniper up there. Yeah, they never really experienced classic multiplayer, so they don't really know about how guns are built differently in multiplayer compared to Warzone.
Enemy destroyed. Marking the rest
He's now lost that gunfight twice. It was a good old M4 and MP5. Oh nice, we just got the 1-trick camo for the MP5. I didn't even know you could still get these challenges done in this version of Warzone. Now 3 times that he's lost this gunfight. And he's now backed out of the game. That guy was so sweaty. Not that I'm not also sweaty, but that guy was super sweaty. We're over here now. This MP5. Oh no, I ran out of bullets. Oh my gosh, I ran out of freaking bullets. I was putting in work until I ran out of ammo. Okay, let's go grab a loadout over here. I'm gonna pray that it's safe over here. I just landed in front of me. 2 guys just landed in front of me. Okay, that guy's a solo. One of them's below me. Right here. I actually took that gunfight. Wow. What a freaking crackhead. Also got 1 trick for my M16 as well. Nice. Still 7 teams left. This is like actually the healthiest lobby I've had in quite some time. I'm fighting up top here. I did die to a team over in this direction earlier, so be a little bit careful here. Teammates are behind me over there. Those guys seem to be the best squad that's still alive. I should fight them at some point in time. There's also this guy over here. Just a solo. Might be wasting a little bit too much time over here. Dude, I almost stole both of those. Damn. People fighting up on top of this side now. We're slowly trying to make our way up. Let's see how this goes. This guy just knows where I'm at at all times. Lots of fighting over there on that side. Respawns are now disabled. Somebody's on me, but he's not on my heartbeat sensor, so he has ghosts. 4 teams left. I mean, this is gonna get pretty sweaty. That team up top is not bad whatsoever. Somewhere down here, close by somewhere. See him right there. Damn it, dude. Two teams left. I'll stay in here, I think.
Closing in. You made it to the top 5.
I should have messed that up. Just in this corner for now. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That was classic Warzone right there. The stim plays to stay alive in the gas, the finessing, the MP5, the M4, you freaking name it. That was OG Warzone at its best. And next enters the Grau 556, OG Warzone's very first no recoil meta. Now, not only did this loadout make long range gunfights a lot easier, but we also got one of the cleanest iron sights to ever be in Call of Duty, which meant that we didn't have to waste an attachment slot on an optic, and instead we could stack recoil control even more on this no recoil loadout. And to pair up with it, we have what might be considered the very first broken meta in Warzone, the Akimbo Snake Shot, aka the pocket shotgun, which I think speaks for itself. Not only did it almost instantly kill up close, but these are actually pistols, which means we did not have to waste a perk on overkill. Now, there are a couple of ways we could choose to bring back the Grau, but I think the most important part is the iron sight that came with it. For that reason, I think the best way to bring it back is actually to use the HRM SMG from Modern Warfare 3. And the main reason for that is because of this barrel right here, the Princeps long barrel, which if you throw this on, this pretty much has the exact same iron sight as the OG Grau. I mean, look at that. That is almost 1-for-1. As for the rest of the loadout, for our muzzle, usually we'd use the monolithic suppressor, but it doesn't really do the same thing in this game. So for that reason, we'll go with the core mass suppressor instead. And that just helps with the recoil control and to keep you off the minimap. And for the magazine, of course, the biggest mag. For the underbarrel, I personally like the Merc foregrip, which just helps the recoil control without any downsides. And then for the final attachment, because this is an SMG and we want to use this at distance, we're going to throw on the high grain rounds for the extra bullet velocity and damage range. And then for the snake shots, we could go with the Basilisk or the Tears, but the only issue is snake shots on these are absolutely terrible. So I think the better option is actually to use the Jack Wardens, because these can 2-tap a lot like the snake shots did back in the day. And for this loadout, we only have 3 attachments. Of course, we have the aftermarket part for the Jack Wardens. I like the swivel tack laser for the extra hipfire accuracy. And then for the muzzle, you could really go with whatever you want. I went with the SAE MX50 because it gives you extra damage range and keeps me off the minimap. And now for our second loadout, we have the start of the no recoil meta in the Grau, which is also the very first DLC weapon to ever be added to Warzone, I believe. I definitely could have gone with a bunch of different loadouts to recreate the Grau. I could have gone with the Glockman 556, the MTZ, but the main thing about the Grau that made it so good is, besides having no recoil, was its iron sight, which pretty much looks exactly like this. So for the time being, we're going to be using the HRM as the Grau just to keep it as accurate as possible. I mean, I know it's an SMG, but really this is the closest we can really get. And then for our secondary, we have what might just be the start of the broken metas in Warzone, and that is the Akimbo snake shots using the Jack Wardens. I didn't actually use snake shots for this because snake shots are just terrible in every version of Warzone right now. The Basilisk snake shot are terrible Akimbo, the Beard snake shots are terrible Akimbo, and I don't even think there are snake shots in Black Ops 6. So this is the closest we can get, which is like a consistent 2-tap and an extremely fast time to kill. And what made it even more overpowered for... I just came out of nowhere. And what made it even more overpowered, the snake shot meta during this time of Warzone? Well, not really sure what's going on. What made it even more overpowered is the fact that it was a secondary, or you were pistols, so you didn't even have to get overkill. But they pretty much do the exact same thing as the snake shots did back in the day, as you guys are seeing. Okay, let's go this way. That guy saw me. That is exactly why we're using this. my god, it's like a meat grinder in here. Just keep on coming, boys. There's enough for everybody. Hell, what's that guy doing? I don't know, I'll take it though. That's a good test for how much range you can really have with the HRM as the Grau. What was that guy doing? I think that guy was like messing around with someone who was AFK. I have $30,000 by the way. What the heck? Already. I mean, I'll take it. I don't see anybody up top. My only issue is I don't have my perks, so I'm a little bit vulnerable. Did not mean to do that. Actually, maybe I did mean to do that. That guy didn't see me because of that. That's actually crazy. The timing of that is actually insane. Lots of people in grandmas. Holy. Family of like 9. Unlucky for that gamer. His one teammate is kind of nearby. I don't think this guy saw me. Dude, for an SMG that we're using as an AR, this is actually like very, very solid. For this here, just in case someone pushes through that, then I'll have a trap. What is going on in there? Oh my, I almost knocked that guy. I can't believe that actually worked, by the way. I set a trap there with the C4 in case someone came up, and I heard his footsteps. There's a guy up there too. He has a sniper. I just heard him. I came back for his revenge again. Surprise, homie, I'm behind you now. That guy's my teammates. Oh, I wish I could have grabbed that guy's perk package. Dude, he has tempered. That guy's mounted up back there. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go this way. Dude. Oh my gosh. I didn't think this thing was gonna be as good as it was, or as it is. I see one over here. I'm gonna try to close the distance. Close the distance on this guy. With the Grau. I heard someone behind me. There's 2 teammates below me. I think he's putting the moves on me. And it is. One teammate over here. To my right. One teammate outside now. Oh, I ran out of ammo, bro. Let me back up real quick. There's a whole team over there. 3 teams left. Can I play this? Oh, shit. It's on the other side, up top. Okay, how do I play this? They're probably going to stay up there by where the buy station is. If they're smart, they're going to play right there. Yeah, they are. See one right there, and I saw another one right here. Oh my gosh, that's... Dude, that's so unfortunate. I actually don't even have that much cash either, or that much ammo. I mean, I'll be able to play this close corner here. 2 teams left, 5 people. Oh no, that team already rotated, I think. I mean, I just got flanked. No, dude. Oh my god, that all just fell apart at the end, man. And now we enter what I call the dark ages of OG Warzone. And that's because of this big boy right here, the Bruen LMG, along with the Origin 12 shotgun. Now for me personally, I think this is the most toxic meta that we had during the Modern Warfare era of Warzone. And the reason why is because 1, we had an LMG that had 0 recoil, a very fast time to kill, and the mobility of an AR. Now if that wasn't enough, we had one of the most broken secondaries to ever be in OG Warzone, the Origin 12. And with this, if you looked in someone's direction and started tapping that trigger, you might accidentally get a squad wipe. And during this meta, you couldn't really push inside because of the Origin Origin, and you also couldn't get caught out in the open because of the Bruen. So basically what I'm trying to say is you were screwed no matter what. Now for this meta, we can actually get very close to the original because we actually have the Bruen in the game. And not only do we have the Bruen in the game, but we have a conversion kit which gives you the 60 round mag that we used to use in the OG version. And that 60 round mag is why this LMG has such good movement. This conversion kit does block off a few attachments, but I don't think that'll be much of an issue. First off, we got to pick an optic, and I think back in the day everyone used a VLK sight. The only issue is in Warzone 1 it was a 3x sight, and in this game it's a 4x sight. So instead we're gonna go with the Choreo Eagle Eye because that's the closest I could get to the OG version of this attachment. Then for the underbarrel, I'm just gonna go with the Merc foregrip because it gives you recoil control without any downside. Then for the rear grip, I'm gonna go with the Stiff 40 grip for the extra recoil control. And then for the final attachment for the stock, I'm gonna go with the Lane 56 for the extra recoil control because this conversion kit does give you a little bit more kick and it's gonna be a lot harder to use further out. And then for our secondary, the Origin 12, we're gonna use the KV broadside. The reason being is because right now this shotgun is very broken. It actually reminds me a lot of how the Origin 12 was back in the day. For this loadout, first off, we're gonna put on the 12 round mag. You could go with the 25 round mag if you wanted to, but just keep in mind the movement speed will be a lot less. For the bolt, of course, we got the dash bolt for the extra fire rate. For the stock, we're gonna go with the no stock for the extra movement speed. For the barrel, I personally like the range 12 barrel because it gives you the extra damage range and bolt velocity, but it does not take away any movement speed. And then for the final attachment, I like going with the laser, and my laser of choice is the Stovall tack laser. Okay, now continuing on from what I said in the last loadout with these snake shots, we have the start of the broken meta era of Warzone, where it seems like the next few metas were just completely busted in one way or another. And this time around, it was the Bruen LMG, but you had to build it a certain way. You had to use a 60 round mag to give it a lot more mobility. And then at the same time, there was also a very broken shotgun called the Origin 12 at the time. And I'll be completely real, during this era of Warzone, I was not a fan. I heavily dislike shotgun metas, and I heavily dislike LMG metas, and it was both at once. So it was like my freaking worst nightmare there. I think everyone's at prison. This lobby got decimated by the glitch where people don't load in and disconnect. There's barely any teams in here, but they're pretty much all in this area at least. Got extremely lucky right there. Reload my guns real quick. There's only 4 teams left already. 4 teams. We're second circle. And there's not even going to be a fix until next week, they tweeted out. So, I mean, I guess enjoy. Go up the zip, homie. I'm dead. I'm actually not. I somehow survived that. No idea how, but I'm alive. Because they're fighting above me. Still fighting over there by the zip. See him at the very edge over there. I'll try to close the distance because we don't have all that much range. Some random dudes just in that shed over there. Watching over him. I'll take the zip. I honestly don't even know how I got shot right there. Did we kill that guy? I load all my guns again. Oh, that guy's in the tower. Wait, what happened to my arms? Where are my arms? What happened to my hands? I don't have a gun? What happened to my guns? There's no way I just... Then you lost that. I didn't even have hands, homie. I didn't have hands. I can't pick up guns. I can't even plate up. What is this? I know there's a lot of bugs in this game, but what is this, bro? I think I'm gonna go drown and see if this fixes it. I'm gonna drown in here, I guess. But there's nothing, I can't use the loadout that I'm trying to use. I dropped all my cash there and everything so that I can land back on it and actually use it. Please tell me I come back with hands. I'm stuck like this the whole game. Wait, the ladder fixed it, I think. No, I don't have guns, dude. I can't even plate up. What is this? I'm leaving the game. Okay, boys, we're back around the same point of the game as last game, and I told you guys that I did not like the Bruen. I hated the Bruen Origin meta, and somehow now in the big 2025, I hate it more than before. And I know Warzone 1 had its fair share of its fair share of bugs, but like, come on, bro. I lost my arms mid-game. Really? That guy was using the lock with 300, by the way. I have $74,000. Hope they kill that guy. He's also solo squatting. I knocked somebody, surprisingly. I might have screwed up. There's now a guy above me. Maybe I did it. I don't think he knows I'm here. Where is this guy? Oh, he's outside. Or upstairs, I mean.
5 squads still operational in the AO. No more seconds. Load up.
That guy's out of the game. That guy kind of was pretty sweaty. Making too much noise there, buddy.
Enemy airstrike in the area.
I just have so much cash that I might as well just keep using it. This guy's pushing over here. Not sure which floor this guy's on. I think it's right there. Oh, I just saw the whole paparazzi over there.
Soldier.
Come on down, homie. Rotate earlier. But somebody's nearby.
Only 4 remain. Finish the job.
He's in the water?
Gas is inbound.
He's up top somewhere. He didn't see me. All around the bullets. Oh my god! And now back to another iconic AR meta, we have the Kilo 1-for-1. And this meta was a lot like the Grau 556, where it was an extremely low recoil weapon, except on this loadout, you definitely wanted to run a sight. And what more can I say other than this loadout was an absolute laser beam. And to pair up with it, we have another very toxic secondary that many of you might know as the Doof-Doof. Now for this loadout, once again, we could actually get really close to the original by using the MTZ 556, which I think is already very similar to the Kilo without any attachments at all. For the optic, once again, we got the Koryo Eagle Eye 2.5. For the muzzle, Core Master Suppressor like usual. For the barrel, I like using the MTZ Clinch Pro Barrel. For the magazine, the 50 round mag, of course. And then for the final attachment, I personally like the close quarter stock because it helps it recoil control by quite a bit and helps this gun feel a lot like the Kilo did back in the day. And then for the Doof-Doof, we actually have that exact same shotgun in the game right now, which is crazy. The only thing you really have to do is put on this burst fire trigger, which pretty much gives you the Doof-Doof itself. And then for the barrel, I go with the mobile barrel for the extra movement speed and damage range. For the underbarrel, I like the Jack Slash for the extra movement speed. For the stock, we're gonna go with the MX DCP for the extra movement speed. And for the last attachment, I like going with the laser once again for the hip fire accuracy. And for this, we're gonna go with the usual Stovall tack laser. To be completely honest, I'm actually not sure if the Bruen meta came first or the Kilo meta, but regardless, we got the Kilo up next. And for me personally, during Warzone 1, I think this was probably my favorite meta. I loved using the Kilo. I was using the Kilo even during the Grau meta. I was a big fan of the Kilo pretty much the entire year because I don't think it was really terrible at any point. It was definitely outclassed a little bit into Cold War, but before that, I don't really think there was any point in time where the Kilo was really a bad option. It was extremely consistent, low recoil option that, I don't know, it just, for some reason, I really enjoyed it. And then to pair with it, of course, there was another shotgun meta, and this time around, it was the Doof-Doof, which we can pretty much recreate exactly the same in this game.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Target down.
If there's anyone up here. Okay, just got sent right back into the loading screen. Actually, he might have been solo squatting. Let's see if I see his mini-map ping. I do. Over top of docks. He actually landed in right here, I think. I think there just has to be people still in grab mode, so let's see if I can see anything here. There's a loadout crate. The recoil on this is, dude, this almost feels 1-to-1 with the Kilo in my opinion. No one on the heartbeat sensor. I mean, I feel like I'm in Warzone 1 all over again, running around with the heartbeat sensor everywhere. There's a guy over on this side. I guess he's below somewhere. He's directly below me. Okay, there goes one. You got airstrike from somewhere. I'm guessing from down here at the buy station. Yes, I saw his footsteps.
Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Special orders proceeding.
Saw him. Yeesh. Hoover the Mover. Or has a kind of has a beam on him. A little bit. Was the whole team coming up? Have a specialist, have a UAV, have an airstrike. Alright, let's see what these guys are doing. And there's a lot of people underneath me here. Like a lot. I wish one of these guys would run out somewhere. Good, of course, I get my kill jacked right there. There goes one. Grab another UAV just so we know where people are at. I want to get flanked, and I don't think I will get flanked for quite some time. So we should be chilling here. They're definitely booby trapping that shit. You could probably not have gone to a worse spot, my man. I'm so sorry that you had to face the wrath of the Doof-Doof right in the face. He still has teammates underneath me. Sniping at me. Grab another UAV. There's still no one behind me that really can flank me. Go back up top again. That guy's landing in as well. This guy just landed in above me. There's one teammate back there. It seems like a dude like right here. I don't even know how I got that knock, but I will gladly take that. Okay, so they're landing behind me. You guys are below me. Seems like it's multiple too. There's only 3 teams left. And I think these guys are probably going to go in that staircase behind me over there. Shooting. I see that guy all the way over there. Airstrike. Now wait a second. Says there's a dude underneath me, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's just underneath me. I don't know if he's gonna try to make the zip or not. Someone bought back. Guy down there. Guy's below me.
Left in the war zone, stay alert. Gas is closing in. Enemy airstrike in the area.
2 teams left. I pretty much just have to worry about right in front of me. And chill right here, I think.
Enemy precision airstrike, find cover.
Shit, they're all gonna come up right in front of me. Got one. They're all pretty much underneath me. I do have potentially the best gun to have in this situation. Never mind. I do not. And of course, it wouldn't be a proper OG Warzone video if we didn't have at least one of the most iconic snipers from Warzone 1. And the sniper we went with is the boomstick itself, the HDR. And this big boy was big, funky, but it also had one of the best bullet velocities we've ever had in Warzone, as well as an unlimited one-shot headshot potential. And as for our secondary, of course, we gotta have the MP7, the do-it-all SMG, which because of its low recoil was great close and medium range, especially as a sniper secondary. So I think to really capture the feel of the OG HDR and how strong and powerful it really was, we have to go with the loadout that has unlimited range. For that reason, I'm gonna pick the Cat AMR, which is the only sniper that has unlimited one-shot potential. And what we're gonna do with this build is max out the bullet velocity, because back in the day, the HDR almost felt like hit scan at all ranges. So for the muzzle, first off, we got the sonic suppressor for the extra damage range and bullet velocity. Then we're gonna use the Zang 34 barrel for the same reasons. Then for the bolt, we're gonna use the quick bolt for the extra fire rate. And then for the ammunition, we're actually gonna throw on the high velocity rounds because it gives you the best increase to your bullet velocity. And we really don't need damage range on this weapon because it does have unlimited one-shot potential. And since we don't have any other attachments since I can help out the bolt velocity, I'm going to go with a stock and use the tactical stock for the extra ADS speed. And then for our secondary, of course, we have another classic, the MP7 from OG Warzone. And for this setup, we're going to kind of use this as an AR SMG hybrid as a sniper secondary. First off, for the muzzle, we got the Core Master Suppressor to keep us off the minimap and for extra recoil control. And then for the barrel, we're going to go with the Tango barrel for the extra bolt velocity and damage range with no downside to our movement. For the underbarrel, we're going to go with the Jack Slash for extra movement speed. And then for the magazine, we actually have a couple of options, but I want to go with the 50 round mag so we don't have as much of the penalty to our movement speed. And then for the final attachment, we're going to go with the Demo RXT stock for the best movement speed increase. And now for my fellow sniper connoisseurs, we have our only sniper loadout that we're going to be using from OG Warzone, and that is the HDR along with the MP7. And to be completely honest with you guys, I debated back and forth whether I should do the Kar98 and MP5 or the HDR and the MP7, and I decided to go with the HDR because I did not want to repeat any loadouts since we already did the MP5 earlier on in the videos. So this is the loadout that we're going to go with. This is going to be our only sniper that we're recreating. And if you guys remember, this was the original big boy sniper that hit very, very hard, had unlimited range. That's a little embarrassing. Had unlimited range, hit very, very hard, and you know, pretty much everyone was running this in Verdansk, especially very, very early on. It was either this, the AX50, or the good old Kar98, which I feel like the Kar98's been back in the game for a long time now, so it's not really as nostalgic anymore because of the fact that it's in Warzone for quite a few seasons now. It's almost been a year now, actually, thinking about it. I think it came out season 3 of Warzone 3. And then I decided to go with MP7 because this is an SMG that has very good range, very little recoil, good like all around. Maybe not so much in this game really, but it's good all around in other versions of Warzone. Or the OG version of Warzone. Okay. Did I not get that kill? I don't think I got that kill. You're so raw. I deserved that kill. Like, I was on the ground. I should have 4 kills right now. Unless I don't know how to do math, but I think I do. My parents would be extremely disappointed. That didn't count either? Where'd I get sniped from? Stay still, buddy. Oh. Never mind. Okay, we should have 3 more kills than we have right now, by the way. There's a whole team behind that man. Or Blackie Chan had a whole team come up right behind him, pretty sure. Yeah, see a guy all the way down by that staircase over there. He was looking at me for a second. He's not on that guy's team. I see that guy. Wait, is it 2 of them or did I just see the same guy and I confused them for 2? I think I just saw the same guy twice. There's 2 more right there. I didn't manage to find an airstrike though. I can back up real quick, make sure no one's behind me, no one's behind me. There's a couple of people fighting over here. You know, let me just airstrike this. I might be able to hit one of those guys through the wall at least. Yeah, there's 2 guys in this building across from me. And there's a team rotating in. They just took the zip. Get up top. Yep. Get them over there still. I think 1 jumped off. Not sure why he kept challenging that. One of them's coming up behind me over here. Finish loading.
No more second chances. Contract worth more than usual. Get done, soldier. Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh my gosh. Definitely are 2 underneath me. I'm gonna use this guy's bouncing Betty to set a trap right here. Get my throwing knives back. I don't think I ever got my kill on that guy back there that I knocked out of the sky. And then without a doubt, there's a dude underneath me. Only 4 teams left. I don't think I'm gonna get flanked. That side at least. 3 teams left. One of those teams is underneath me somewhere. There goes one. Oh, he stopped moving, bro. When we're down there. Yeah, it should be okay here.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
HDR awaiting target data.
Gas is moving.
airstrike gonna hit me? Please.
Priority tasking request received. Verdansk. Time of 45 seconds.
Incoming LVBR.
Oh my goodness. That end game got so freaking crazy. And now last and certainly not least, we have the last Modern Warfare meta from OG Warzone, and some might say that this meta also had the biggest skill gap in OG Warzone, and that is the CR56 AMAX, which is actually the first time a high recoil, high damage weapon took over the Warzone meta. And if you were someone that could hit your shots with this, you were putting people down fast. Now for this loadout, I actually found something very similar to the original, and that is the MTZ762, but with the conversion kit. And basically what this conversion kit does is give you a better time to kill, but also gives you a lot more recoil as well, which sounds a lot like the AMAX was back in the day. And for this build, for the muzzle, we're gonna go with the Core Master Suppressor because we're gonna need that recoil control for sure. Then for the magazine, we got the 40 round mag. For the stock, we're once again gonna go with the close quarter stock to help out that recoil control because this gun has quite a bit of bounce to it. And then for the last attachment, we're gonna throw on the Cordio Eagle Eye 2.5 scope. And then for our secondary, I just threw on this SOG loadout as the MAC 10 because honestly, we already went through all the OG Modern Warfare SMGs and I don't really want to repeat any loadouts. So let's just pretend that this is the MAC 10 and we're gonna rock this as our secondary. And now for our very last loadout from the Modern Warfare era of Warzone, we have the AMAX, which I actually believe came out during Cold War, even though it was a Modern Warfare loadout. And this loadout became very popular because of the fact that it has very, very high damage, but also very high recoil. And I almost remade it the exact same way in this game, thankfully, because of the MTZ762. This gun hits very hard with the conversion kit, but it also has a lot of recoil. It's almost exactly like the AMAX was back in its prime. It was actually like really, really close. And then for my secondary, I didn't really know what to go with, so I just tried to recreate the MAC 10 with the SOG. This was a little bit of an iffy one. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you said this wasn't that accurate. I just really didn't know what to use. I feel like we went through all the main metas for the most part from Modern Warfare 2019. So I guess we'll just throw in one singular Cold War meta that happened to coexist at the same time. If nothing else, this thing definitely bounces. It definitely has a lot of recoil. That behind me. One's above me, one's below me. I just can't tell what floor these guys are on. And I know there's people over here. I just can't tell where they're at. He's behind me. All the way down that hallway. Right there. You know what, let me go up top. This is so confusing. There's so many footsteps. It's so weird, the audio in here. Like, you can hear audio very well, but it's just, you can hear it a little too well. Everything's like reverbing off the walls and stuff. It's hard to really pinpoint where people are at. Go back up top. Unfortunately, this lobby is a victim to the disconnect glitch, and there's a lot of people that got disconnected here. Of course, he hopped down. Back across from me. Also hop down. So we are kind of limited on range because of how much recoil is on this loadout. Still 6 teams left. I mean, no team has gotten wiped for a little bit. Actually surprised that guy challenged that. Wow. He's up top shooting at this guy. Yeah, apparently I wiped all those guys. One of those guys like broke his legs or something. There's still 5 teams left. Why does it seem like I'm the only one who's shot anything? I think I just heard someone underneath me. And now I can see where people are at. 8 bomb strike. I didn't even know that was a kill streak. You guys are going up top. I'll try to go up on this side. One of those guys is a solo. That goes a solo as well. 3 teams left. Why does it literally feel like I'm the only one in this lobby fighting anyone? Like I'm the only one lowering the squad count in this lobby.
This is the end game.
And one thing I can definitely say for certain, this is like the closest we're gonna get to the AMAX. That is for dang sure. Very high recoil, but also very, very high damage. Can't tell if they're coming up or not. No. And a 1v3. He just bought back. We're gonna buy back again. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, the AMAX comes in clutch and just absolutely melts everyone at the end there. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who killed anybody in that end game. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please leave a like on the video. This took forever to record and edit, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know if you want to see a Warzone 2 version of this video.